George Kilgore, before us. And before you begin your budget presentation, Ms. Kilgore, are you satisfied with the mayor's proposal for your department?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can continue.
I do want to just say thank you for letting me have the opportunity to come before the council and talk to you a little bit about Ag Extension and about what we do. It's a complex kind of department that I wanted to just give you a brief overview of what we do and how we're set up. The makeup, like I say, is somewhat complex, and if we go back to the establishment of extension offices all across the U.S., this was done by the Smith-Lever Act of 1914, which is a United States federal law that establishes systems of cooperative extension services connected to land-grant universities. Now, in order to inform people about current developments in agriculture, home economics, family and consumer sciences, public policy, government, leadership, 4-H, economic development, and many other related subjects, the funding supported is shared by the federal, state, and county governments across the U.S. Now, those land-grant universities that I alluded to in the Smith-Lever Act for the state of Tennessee include the University of Tennessee and Tennessee State University. Now, the mission of the Ag Extension is to provide research-based information about agriculture, family and consumer sciences, resource development to the people of Tennessee where they live and work, and thereby helping people improve their lives through educational process that uses scientific knowledge to address issues and needs. Our office is located upstairs in the west entrance of the warehouse facility of Metro Southeast at 1417 Murfreesboro Pike in the second floor. The Ag Extension Department of Davidson County is made up of 7 FTEs. 4 of those 7 staff members are funded by the University of Tennessee and Metropolitan Government. 2 are funded by Tennessee State University and Metropolitan Government, and 1 staff member is 100% funded by Metropolitan Government. Now, these 6 staff members are funded in part by either UT or TSU, which receive no pension benefits from Metropolitan Government and are under the guidelines of the Human Resource Department of these said universities. The breakdown for the program responsibilities of these 7 staff members include myself as Administrative Director. I also have responsibility of Ag Programming to assist with the Master Gardener Program and also Consumer and Commercial Horticulture, and I also serve as the coordinator for the community clubs for Davidson County. I have 1 ag agent who serves as the Master Gardener Coordinator and also delivers commercial and consumer horticulture programs. I have 1 ag agent who is the coordinator for the school and community gardens. Now, this position was created in January of 2012 out of a growing need for educational programs needed regarding growing vegetables, and an experienced person needed to coordinate the program for Davidson County. Next year's mayor's budget hearing sheet will contain more information about this program and the impact it is making. One of the goals for the program area is to search for grant funding opportunities to help offset the establishment costs of starting and maintaining these school and community garden programs. I do have 1 FCS agent who provides leadership programs in health and safety education programs and also financial management and bankruptcy classes. I have 1 FCS agent that teaches health and nutrition programs to low-income minority families and resource development programs in the areas of vegetable and low-income programs to those individuals. I have 2 4-H urban youth development agents who deliver programs in school and communities in the areas of public speaking, career development, and project development programs. But I also have other staff members in my office. I do have 1 administrative support clerical staff member who is 100% salaried and benefited by the University of Tennessee. I have 6 youth and adult program assistants that deliver expanded food and nutrition educational programs through their coordinator, who are also 100% salary and benefited through the University of Tennessee. I do have 1 Family Consumer Science agent that delivers the SNAP program, which is the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program that delivers those nutritional education programs for low-income adults and youth. That position also is funded 100% and benefited federally through the Tennessee State University. These are just a few of the many programs that Ag Extension delivers to the people of Davidson County, and the proposed FY14 Mayor's budget list a $1,500 reduction in the budget for Ag Extension. This reduction will be absorbed through unused fringes, and I'm happy to report to you that no staff members' hours or salary will be reduced due to this reduction request. Ag Extension can and will continue to deliver educational programs to the people of Davidson County with the budget proposed. Do we have any questions?
Councilman Tiger.
Thank you. And George, thank you for being here. The reason I asked was one of the people that asked you to hear. There was a sentence in your presentation that says potential reduction in services provided to community and school garden programs along with other educational programs delivered by the department, the potential reduction. That concerned me at a time when school and community gardens have such great interest and momentum, and with the mayor's emphasis on attacking childhood obesity and healthy lifestyles and all those issues, this to me does not seem to be the time to reduce services to the community. It's a time to provide services to the community. So your final statement there, the reductions are going to be absorbed in other places.
Yes, sir.
So hours and programs will not be affected.
Correct.
I still think over the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years, what's been the growth pattern of your staff and programs? Up, down, static?
It changes almost every 6 months with federally funded programs that we have to absorb through Davidson County being an urban area. We get federally funded programs like the SNAP program that I mentioned just came on board 6 months ago. They informed me just recently that we'll be getting a program assistant to go along with that program. So we continue to go up and down and then level off. We did lose a program assistant in what's called the 4-H Leaps and Bounds program that was funded through excess lottery money. We lost that program, so it fluctuates every 6 months.
Mr. Chair, my request is to put $25,000 on the wish list in form of a grant to the Davidson County Agricultural Extension Program to benefit school and community gardens, and Mr. Cooper and I will work on some criteria that this body would have to pass, but it would be administered by the Agricultural Extension Agency. And since this is coming in at the very last second, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you my proposal would, for this $25,000 would be to come out of the contingency utility account. Final question, George. Ms. Whittemore from General Services made mention, I was showing some of the pictures of your second-story warehouse office space. It is a warehouse. It's not office. It's not, to me, conducive for public meetings or master gardener programs. And she mentioned that one possibility in the future might be a move to someplace like the farmer's market and put you in the center of these type of things. Would that be something that you would be potentially interested in looking at?
Oh, we would welcome that opportunity to do that. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Tiger. Councilor Moore.
Thank you so much. I do know that you all really are in the community, and I do appreciate that. I know that every time that I have an event or function or just in my area, you all are there. And I was there. They had an event this morning at Easley Center where you all were on site as well. Ms. Mary.
Mary Wakefield.
Yeah, Mary Wakefield and Maddie Brown.
Yes.
They are always trying to get somebody to eat healthy. So, and believe me, they do. So, but I do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Seeing no other council members in queue, Mr. Kilgore, I did have one question. I heard rumblings that your department was taking a $1,500 reduction, and I've heard rumblings from several members or constituents in my district that was going to affect a staff person's position at Ag Extension. Is that correct, or could you give some clarity to
Yes, sir.
how the reduction would affect your
Right,
department.
like in the presentation, that $1,500 will be absorbed through fringes, and there will be no reduction in staff at all in regards to hours or reduction in salaries at all.
Okay. All right, seeing no other council members, your hearing is closed. Thank you, Mr. Kilgore.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.